Hey, I'm Carrie. Welcome to the AI Carrie Show, where I break down the hottest stories every weekday in plain English so you can actually use what's happening in AI instead of just reacting to scary headlines or hype threads. I'm not here to panic you, and I'm not here to sell you dreams. I'm here to connect the dots between what's just happened, why it matters right now, and how it's quietly reshaping power, trust, and work in real time. Let's start with the first topic, the most uncomfortable story of the day, because it cuts straight to the heart of where AI governance is failing in public view. Grok is under fire after multiple complaints that it generated images which appeared to undress minors when users uploaded photos. This isn't a gotcha moment or a fringe edge case. It triggered widespread backlash precisely because it violated one of the clearest red lines society has. And the reaction matters as much as the incident itself. What people are responding to isn't just the output, but the fear that safeguards are being rushed, loosened, or inconsistently applied in the race to ship more powerful, multimodal models. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The industry has spent years telling the public that safety is our top priority, but incidents like this expose a growing trust gap. And what companies say, what users experience, matters. Image models don't just hallucinate facts. They manipulate visual reality. And when you combine that with weak or misaligned guardrails, the damage isn't abstract. It's reputational, legal, moral. The bigger issue here isn't Grok specifically. It's that we are now deploying systems that can transform images of real people in real contexts faster than our ability to enforce consistent protections across platforms. And once that trust is broken, it's very hard to rebuild. This is also where regulation starts to matter in a very real way. Content moderation worked imperfectly when the problem was text and video uploads. But generative manipulation is a different category entirely. It's not about removing harmful content after the fact. It's about preventing the creation of content that should never exist. And the public reaction to this incident shows something important. Tolerance for "we will fix it later" is evaporating. The more capable these systems become, the less forgiveness there will be for failures around children, consent, and abuse. This isn't an innovation debate anymore. It's a legitimacy test. Now, let's move on to the second topic, which might sound less dramatic, but it's arguably more transformative for the economy. Amazon Web Services and Visa are pushing agentic commerce directly into production, not pilot mode, as Amazon Connect and Visa's Raindrop expand the stack. This is a massive signal that AI agents are no longer just demos or internal productivity hacks. They are being trusted with real transactions, real customers, and real money. Agentic commerce means something very specific. AI systems that don't just recommend or assist, but actually act on behalf of users and businesses. Booking, purchasing, resolving disputes, adjusting subscriptions, negotiating offers, all without a human clicking through every step. Amazon Connect expanding into this space tells you that customer service is becoming automated, end-to-end, and not just scripted responses. Visa's involvement tells you something even bigger. Payments networks are now comfortable letting AI sit aside the transaction loop. This is the moment where AI is a tool becomes AI is an economic actor. And once that line is crossed, everything changes. Because now the questions aren't just about accuracy or hallucinations. They're about authority. Who is allowed to initiate a transaction? Who is liable when an agent makes a bad decision? How do you audit intent when the system is acting autonomously? The reason AWS and Visa matter here is that they don't experiment lightly. They are more there when the infrastructure is ready. This is production-grade AI being wired into the global commerce stack. It's something to really watch out for. For businesses, this is both an opportunity and a warning. On one hand, agentic commerce can reduce friction dramatically, faster resolutions, personalized offers at scale, lower operational costs. On the other hand, it collapses layers of human oversight that used to act as natural brakes. If your competitor deploys agents that can close deals 24/7, escalate intelligently, and optimize in real time, manual processes become a disadvantage almost overnight. This is not about replacing customer service reps tomorrow. It's about redefining what customer service even means when execution is automated. And here is where the story connects back to the first one. Autonomy without strong governance scales risk just as efficiently as it scales profit. The same systems that can optimize commerce can also exploit loopholes, amplify errors, or be manipulated if compromised. In an agentic economy, security isn't just cybersecurity anymore, it's behavioral security. You're no longer defending servers, you're defending decision makers. Now, let's talk about the third topic, which offers a sharp contrast in tone and intent. OpenAI has released ChatGPT for teachers, a free, secure workspace designed specifically for education with compliance-grade privacy and tools built to support lesson planning, differentiation, and personalized learning. And this is important because it signals a rare moment where AI deployment is being shaped around an institution instead of just being dropped into it. Education has been one of the most chaotic AI battlegrounds so far. Teachers were told to embrace AI while simultaneously being wanted to undermine learning integrity and assessment. Schools banned tools, then quietly unbanned them. Students raced ahead while policies lagged behind. What ChatGPT for teachers represents is a shift from reactive chaos to intentional design, a workspace that acknowledges real constraints, safeguarding student data, reducing admin overload, supporting different learning needs without replacing human educators. The key phrase here is education-grade compliance. That's not marketing fluff, it's an admission that general-purpose AI isn't good enough for classrooms by default. Teachers need flashy demos. They need reliability, transparency, and control. They need AI that helps them explain concepts 5 different ways, adopt materials for different abilities, and reclaim time from paperwork without turning the classroom into an experiment. This move also reframes the narrative. AI isn't here to replace teachers, it's here to make good teaching scalable. Zooming out, these 3 stories together tell you exactly where AI is in the timeline. On one end, we have public trust being tested and sometimes broken by rushed deployments that cross ethical lines. In the middle, we have corporations pushing agentic systems into economic bloodstream, betting that the autonomy equals advantage. And on the other hand, we have more careful institution-aware rollouts that try to align with human rules instead of erasing them. So, what's the takeaway for you? If you're building or deploying AI, the Grok backlash is a reminder that capability without boundaries destroys credibility. If you're running a business, the AWS and Visa move is your signal that agent-driven execution is no longer optional to understand. Even if you don't adopt it yet, and if you work in education, training, or knowledge transfer, ChatGPT for teachers shows what responsible AI integration can actually look like when it's designed with users and not just investors in mind. Every weekday on the AI Carry Show, I'm going to keep unpacking these moments, not as isolated headlines, but as part of a bigger pattern. Because the future of AI isn't going to be decided by one scandal, one product launch, or one regulation. It's going to be decided by which systems earn trust, which ones move into production quietly, and which ones reshape work before most people realize what has changed. And if you want to stay ahead on that curve, you are exactly in the right place.